So today's question is, given an array of size n and a number k, find all elements that appear more than n by k times. Right, so now let's do this question. Yep. So given an array of size n and an element k, the task is to find all elements in array that appear more than n by k times. Right, so n equal to 8 and array is, let's say, 3 1 2 2 1 2 3 3 and k is 4. So what will be the n by k? 8 divided by 4 equal to 2. So we need to print all the elements that appear more than 2 times. So there are 2 elements right in this array, 3 which appears 3 times and 2 which appears 3 times as well. So these 2 elements appear more than n by k times, so we need to print the count of these elements, means how many elements are there in this actual array. Alright, so for this example there is an n equal to 4, 2 3 3 2 in case 3, so 4 divided by 3, that is 1 in integer. We need to print the count the elements that appear more than 1 time, that is starting from greater than equal to 2. So these are the 4 elements that appear more than 2 times. Yep, so now let's start with this question. So naive solution, starting with the naive solution, we could easily analyze that. We could simply run a loop starting from index 1 and keep on checking its count in the whole array, and then we move to second element and again see the count of this element, then again for 3 4 5 positions element. Right, so for example there is an array 2 3 3 2. We'll start with the position 1. We'll check if we'll start with the position 1, right, and we'll check in the whole array how many times 2 is present. So we'll start with 2 position number index 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, and we'll keep on incrementing the count, and if the count is greater than n minus n divided by k, we'll increment the actual count, right, and we'll do the same for this one. So talking about the time complexity, this solution will require big O of n square, right, big O of n square solution. This is the big O of n square solution, and we'll using 2 for loops. For first loop for iterating for this array, and then second loop for iterating through whole array to count the actual presence of that element. So this is a quadratic solution, right, but this solution doesn't require any extra space. So the space complexity of this solution, this approach is big O of 1 constant space, sorry. Yeah, so now another approach could be, we could use map data structure. So what is a map data structure? It is a data structure which holds key value pairs. Keys should be unique, right? So we could use any element as a key, and value of that key will be the actual count of that element in the whole array. So right, for example, let's make a map data structure for this array. So this will contain 2 and 3 as keys. So these two keys, and the value of this key will be actual count of this key. So 2 is present 2 times, so value of this key will be 2. 3 is present 2 times, so it will be 2 again, right? So now let's take another example. Let's suppose 3 1 2 2 1 2 3 3. Let's say take this example. So 3 1 2 2 1 2 3 3 1 2 3 3. So right, we'll maintain a map data structure. So what map will contain is keys. So keys will be the actual values present in this. So there are this array contains 1 2 and 3. So there will be 3 keys in this map, and what is the value of this key? The actual count, the number of times this key is present in the array. So 1 is present 2 times, so the value of this key will be 2. 2 is present 3 times, so the value of this key will be 3, and 3 is present 3 times, right? So now what we'll do is, we have created a map, and now we'll check for the keys that are more than n by k times. So maps, simply we can use the maps method called get, which will give us the value of a particular key, and that too in O of 1 time, because we are under the hood it is using an hash table. So yeah, so that will be an approach. So talking about the space complexity of this approach is big O of n, because we are using a map data structure. So the space complexity will be big O of n, and the time complexity will be big O of n as well, because we are iterating the array to add these elements in the map data structure. And but big O of 1 will be the time required to access any particular key, right? So now let's try to implement this. So what we'll do is initially we'll create a map, and the key will be an integer and the value will be an integer as well. Let's name it as map new hash map, right? So this is how we create a map in an array in Java. Now what we'll do is we'll add the elements in the map. So for int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, right? Now what we'll do is we'll take a value, we'll make an integer called value, and what we'll do is we'll get the actual value of that key. So let's we'll do map dot get ARR of I, right? Why I have taken this integer wrapper class and not int data type, I'll explain you a bit. So there is a particular reason behind it. So what will I do next is, if value equal to null, what we'll do is map dot put ARR of I 1. I'll explain you what I'm doing over here, just a minute. And else we'll do map dot put ARR of I plus plus value. So this is how we create a map data structure. So what I've done over here is, we'll start with the array. Let's suppose this is the array. We'll first of all I've created a map, initial map, and now what I'm doing is I'm iterating through each element of this array. So we'll start with 3. Now we'll find the value of this key 3. So initially the map is empty, right? So the value will be null, right? So if we'll get map dot get 3, means we need to get the value of key 3. It will be null indeed, because there is no element present in the map starting initially. So this will return null. That is why I have used integer wrapper clause and not the int data type, because int data type cannot take null as a value, but integer wrapper class can take the value as null. So I've done if value equal to null, I'll put the value of that key as 1. That means we have found the first presence of that key. Else if right, so what we'll do next, we'll come at this, we'll find that there is no one present in the map right now. So what we'll do is we'll initialize this, we'll initialize the map with the key as 1 with the value 1 as well, right? We'll do with this we'll do the same thing with 2 as well. And now the next time the 2 appears, we have known that 2 is already already present in the map. So what we'll do, we'll simply increment the value of the count in the map, right? So this will actually give us the keys along with the values, that is count present number of times the value key is present in the array, right? So now we need to find the elements that are present more than n by k times. So what we'll do is we'll make a temporary variable that will hold n divided by k. So now what we need to do, we need to iterate through whole map. So what we'll do, int data, we need to iterate through array, we need to iterate through the map. So what we'll do is map dot key set. So this what will this key set do is, it will provide us a set of keys which can be iterated. So for each key we need to find if, okay, let's make a count and initialize it with 1. This will help us to maintain the actual count. And if map dot get data is greater than 10, if that's the case, we'll simply increment count plus plus, and after it will return count. Yeah, so what I've done over here is we are iterating through each key, the map, and if the value of that key is greater than 10, that is greater than n by k, we'll simply do count plus plus, and after that we'll return count. That's it. I think 3 1 2 2 1 2 3, the output is 2, right? Yes, it's correct. Let's do for custom test cases. So this is n, so 4 divided by 3, that is 1, means present more than one time, so that is again this same example as this one. The output should be 2. Yeah, so the output is 2. Now let's try 1 and 2 3 4 1 4. So what I have done over here is n value is 4 and k value is 1. So n divided by k, that is 4. So the element should be present more than n by k times. That is not possible for this area. So the output should be 0, I guess. Why it's taking so much time? Is there any constraints? K less than equal to n. Yeah, so the output is correct. I think it will be accepted. It's taking so much time. Yeah, so the execution time is indeed good. So that's all, that's it. So the time complexity of the solution is big O of n, and the space complexity is big O of n as well. Thank you.